Well, season 9 is over and done with, and I'm just gonna say, I absolutely loved this season. The staff put their best feet forward to produce one of the most tightly written final seasons of any show, animated or live action, this past decade. Hell, if Watch Mojo were to do a list of the top 10 final seasons of TV shows, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic better be in the top 5. That being said, the season wasn't without its downsides, as both Thespio and I expressed our opinions thoroughly. So, let's have one last look at the best and worst of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 9. Number 5.
Can I open my eyes? You sure can. Way to go, Twilight!
It's not me.
Huh. So Garble does help out in the end. Yeah, Sweet and Smoky was still a weak redemption story. Okay, in fairness, Garble is, how did Star-Lord describe himself again? However, I still think that the creative side to his character felt like a last-minute decision. Yet, it was mentioned early enough that if you squint hard enough, his redemption looked like he earned it. That being said, the episode was only funny for 2 lines, and the hitting you over the head with a mallet coming out of the closet line keeps Sweet and Smoky in the bottom 5 for the season. Seriously guys, subtlety. Know when to use it.
This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together stronger. The bonds grow.
Number 5.
Lasting longer.
Okay, peeling back the veil for this one. So, everyone knows that Horror is a character I created for the darker, sadistic side of myself. He would tackle the darker topics, like Pony.Mov series and Castlemania, and just be a prick whenever he wants. So, you might be wondering if my opinions actually reflect his thoughts on She Talks to Angel. Well, yeah, I love She Talks to Angel. I love the body swap idea, I love how well it's executed as far as the voice acting is concerned, as in not hearing Angel's actual voice. The lessons learned by both Angel and Fluttershy were good, and yeah, Angel just being an ass to everyone and everything did get an evil grin across my face. Sorry, Golden Fox. Angel's grown on me, and I can't deny it. Number 4. Thespio and I came up with opening gags for the clips we play at the beginning of the reviews to see what would fit the episode topic. My personal favorite is the Clue fake ending bit in the Summer Sun Setback, where it turns out Grogar didn't walk that far away from the entrance as Cozy Glow yells, "He's gone!" Now, I don't regret any of the gags we did. Except one, solely for a music cue. See, instead of playing this for the episode,
In your eyes, the light, the heat, I am complete.
I really should have played this.
I want you back. I want you back. Want you back.
Boy, did I have major problems with Drag and Drop's execution. On the one hand, I'm glad they ended the Sparity ship. On the other, Rarity looked like a vengeful bitch trying to get Spike back into her life. Now, I know Thespio mentioned that to Rarity, it felt like Spike was cheating on her. I vehemently disagree. I've seen the O&O scene play out the same way in romantic comedies and romantic dramas before. Gabby was the one who was being cheated on, and there's artwork that agrees with me that I will not show you because I like having a YouTube channel as it falls in the not safe for publicity category. The point is, Drag and Drop had a nice concept, but a horrible execution.
This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together
Number 4. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm all in on the Onabar ship. Also, the show staff really likes My Fair Lady. As I mentioned in the review of She's All Yak with Armau, Brian Holfeld's stories are simple, if not predictable, but filled with strong character moments and heart. This is no exception, as this episode wears its heart on its suit jacket's sleeve. Yona's feelings were earnest as she wants to fit in for Sandbar's sake. Not to mention, Fit Right In is extremely catchy. Mr. Holfeld, you might have only joined the series in Season 8, but you grew to be in my top 10 favorite writers of the show with excellent Student 6 episodes like this. Number 3. So, chalk this one under the I'm the only one in the fandom that actively hates this category. This includes episodes such as Once Upon a Zeppelin, Fake It Till You Make It, Scaremaster, Bridal Gossip, always a classic, the aforementioned Dragon Dropped, and the most depressing episode of the show, The Last Laugh. I want to enjoy episodes involving Pinkie Pie, but ever since Rock Solid Friendship in Season 7, her episodes have gone off a cliff, with the exception of Not Asking for Trouble. So, after Yakety Sax basically killed her character, I just wanted Best Pony's last episode to go out on a high note. It had Weird Al return, but the overall tone was nothing but a depressing slog to get through. The intentionally bleak setting was done too well. As a result, it made the happy ending feel unearned. The best Pinkie Pie episodes have a perfect balance between the good and bad moments for her character, as well as tone for the episode. The bad ones put a majority of their weight into the negative aspects, and never recover.
This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together stronger.
Number 3. I don't know what more to say about Common Ground and how great it is. It hits me hard at an emotional level. It's funny. It's great closure for Patton Oswalt and his family. It's amazing. Go watch it if you haven't. Number 2. I think we can all come together in a relaxing and calming tone and say that Rainbow Dash is a major asshole and destroyer of children's dreams. Screw this rainbow-haired twat waffle! Now, before we continue bashing 246 grade, I'm going to wash my mouth out with soap for an hour.
1 hour later.
Blech. Now, like we said in the actual review, Rainbow is the perfect fit to coach a cheer squad, the ultimate hype booster, passing along that spirit to a team of hype boosters. It would have been better if she was actually in the episode. I have no idea who replaced Rainbow with this insensitive, uncaring jerk of a teacher, but you're making Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own look like a better coach. Pre-sobriety. Not only does this episode ignore the most iconic episode of Season 1, but ignores the fan-favorite episode of Hurricane Fluttershy. You know, the one where she was able to read the room with Fluttershy's feelings? Look, I know we like to toss around the phrase out of character whenever we see someone act the way we think they shouldn't, but I don't think there's a more fitting phrase to describe how badly written Rainbow Dash was in 246 Great.
This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together stronger.
Number 2. 3 episodes, 3 seasons, 1 beautiful romance. The story of Sugar Mac is hands down the best relationship fully explored in the show. And that's saying a lot, since I said 2 seasons prior, Bright Mac and Pear Butter were the best couple just based on 1 episode. After the trilogy of episodes concluded with the Big Mac question, I feel nothing but elation for the married couple. Not to mention, the comedy was on point, and every character in the episode played a major role in the proposal surprise. The only way to describe the ending of the trilogy is sweet and wholesome, much like the couple. Number 1. Imagine for a moment, you pick up a book to start reading. You're enjoying it so much, you decide to pick up the next book in the series. Eventually, you become engrossed in the lore and the characters, even meeting up with others who share the same interests. That piece of media becomes your favorite thing in the world. And then a new writer or editor comes along, says to hell with all this continuity and well-developed characters, and decides to write or dictate the story they want to tell, to the point where they end up destroying the canon already established by past authors, alienating all readers, new and old, turning them away from the stories, and the series eventually gets cancelled because of low sales. Now you know the exact sentiments to my hatred of Daring Doubt. Daring Doubt is a spit in the face to anyone who enjoyed the Daring Do episodes of the show. From its reality mirroring beginnings in Read It and Weep to deconstructing the hero in Daring Done, the 4 episodes prior to this one had a love for adventure, despite silly premises, and a love for the fandom in general. Daring Doubt flips off the fandom, telling them if they don't like it, stop reading it. It's come to a point where the actions in this episode make me look back on the prior episodes not in a different introspective light, but a negative one. Because of one nonsensical and illogical retcon, Stranger Than Fanfiction is no longer my favorite episode. Not to mention, making Fluttershy more naive than she was in her Element episode in Season 4, to where, in a realistic situation, her last known photograph would have been on the back of a milk carton! So, thank you, Daring Doubt. Thank you for killing the genre within a genre story that a lot of people really enjoyed, but can't now.
This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together stronger.
Number 1.
Deeper, lasting longer.
So, a number of you are probably wondering if I'll put any of the episodes from the final arc in the top 5. Well, it's come to this, so I can finally say the best episode of Season 9 is the final arc. I am completely serious. The final arc is so good, I just can't put one episode in here without talking about the rest. Each episode in the arc complement each other so well, it's impossible to separate them as standalone episodes. Even if I did include episodes from the arc, 4 would have been in the top 5. Hell, my top 10 would have 7 from the arc, and it wouldn't seem fair to the other episodes. So, I will talk about every episode in the final arc of the season. The beginning of the end. Excellent opener. Perfectly sets up the overarching threat of a team of supervillains for Twilight and the main 6 to take on. It even foreshadows Discord's role come the penultimate episodes. Uprooted. While it shares way too much in common with another Remembrance episode from Season 5, there was plenty of heart and good intentions to memorialize the Tree of Harmony. Sparkle 7. Fun experience for the 200th episode. Ingenuity from Shining Armor, creativity from Rarity, and a hilarious twist involving Spike and Luna were major highlights. Frenemies. It's time to find a better way to be bad. Between Dark and Dawn. Favorite Celestia Luna episode. We get organic chemistry between the Royal Sisters, and it felt like we get to officially know them outside of the throne room. Also, Gail Simone is awesome. The Summer Sun Setback. Exactly what I wanted from the Mean Six. A hilarious duel story with the villains and our heroes, while progressing the arc forward towards the endgame. The ending of the end. Phenomenal! No pussyfooting around. This was the Avengers Infinity War / Endgame of the show. Right down to the epic mountain pose and the Taste the Rainbow motherfucker debuff of the villain trio. The Last Problem. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is exactly how I wanted the series to conclude. A reflection story many years later, bookending with Twilight student sent to Ponyville to learn lessons of friendship. While Season 7 was overall forgetful, and Season 8 raised my blood pressure to uncomfortable levels because of how anger-inducing it was, Season 9 reinvigorated my love of the show. In all of my sincerity, thank you, Season 9 show staff, concluding this phenomenon of a children's show the best way you did. But we're not done here at the screening. Tune in next time as Thespio and I air out our dirty laundry as we look over the worst of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic overall. Until then, I'm the voice of reason, and thanks for stopping by the balcony.